At 30, I realized, I had spent decades merely preparing for life, studying hard, chasing jobs, building a resume, always running toward the next goal, thinking, just one more, and I'll finally be happy. But every time I arrived, the finish line moved. The to-do list got longer, the pressure got heavier, and I never stopped to ask, is this really living, or am I just rehearsing for a life that never begins? We've all made these promises to ourselves. Let's be honest, how many times have you told yourself, I'll be happy when I get into university? I'll be happy when I land my first job. I'll be happy when I find a partner. I'll be happy when my bank account hits 6 figures. Sound familiar? If you're between 16 and 25, chances are you've placed your hopes on a someday at least once. I did too, and then I realized, every time I reached a goal, the feeling of fulfillment only lasted a few days, maybe a few weeks, before a new goal popped up. And just like that, happiness became a blurry image, always ahead, but never within reach. I used to believe I had to be good enough to deserve joy. When I was 18, stepping into college, I carried the mindset of someone who always had to move forward. I piled on extra classes, part-time jobs, took on side projects. My schedule was packed. Every minute felt like a race not to fall behind. I looked around and saw friends showing off impressive resumes, internships at prestigious companies, and student exchange trips to Europe. And me, despite working hard every day, I felt like I was lagging. I told myself, if I get a good job, things will be fine. If my salary increases, I'll be happy. If I get promoted, I'll finally feel proud. But even when I got those things, I still felt something was missing. Not money, not opportunity, but a real sense of being alive. It was like climbing a mountain, only to realize there's a whole range of taller, steeper peaks ahead, and no finish line in sight. Comparison cuts deep into confidence. Never has the feeling of I'm not enough been clearer than when scrolling social media. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, everywhere you look, young people seem to be winning. Someone is 22 and already a startup CEO. Someone is 20 and has visited 20 countries. Someone is 24 and already owns a home, is married, with kids. And me? Still struggling to pass my classes, still fumbling through unstable relationships, still counting down deadlines with a heavy sigh. And then that feeling of inadequacy starts growing. Silently. Sometimes to the point it suffocates you. The moment I woke up. One rainy afternoon, I was sitting in my usual cafe, eyes glued to the laptop screen, frantically checking work emails and project plans. I was overwhelmed. But in that pressure, I looked up through the window. Soft rain was falling. Kids were running and laughing in the yard, soaked to the skin but carefree. They played like there was no tomorrow. And suddenly, a question popped into my head. Am I living, or just waiting to live? Why was I postponing happiness? Why did I think I had to achieve something to earn the right to feel joy? The truth, no one tells you. Happiness isn't found in your bank account. It's not in your list of achievements. It definitely isn't in your follower count. Happiness is the moment you gather the courage to talk to a stranger, heart racing. Mowing the lawn and feeling proud of how neat it looks. Cleaning your desk or room and then lying back with a sense of peace. Burning the midnight oil to finish a project and smiling at the result. Spontaneous road trips with friends just because you wanted to go. That moment you realize, today, I'm a little stronger than yesterday. That's happiness. Not flashy, not glamorous, but real. And most importantly, it's happening in every moment you choose to be present. So how do you truly start living? 1. Pursue something, even something small. You don't need a grand plan, just something that makes you want to get out of bed. Learn an instrument. Wake up early just to text good morning to your crush. Hit the gym. Try running 1 kilometer without stopping. It's not about the destination. It's about the feeling of moving forward, step by step. 2. Be grateful for the little things. Life doesn't have to be epic to be meaningful. Happiness might be a good cup of coffee in the morning, a sandwich that hits the spot when you're starving, a small favor from a friend during a rough day, winning a few rounds of League of Legends with your crew. When you appreciate the small things, they fill your soul. Third, stop comparing. You're not slow, you're not behind. You're just on a different path, and every journey has its own beauty, if you take the time to notice it. You don't need to wait another day. If you're in your youth, full of doubt, pressure, and expectations, remember this. You don't have to be perfect to live a good life. You don't need success to earn your smile. You can start today, little by little, breath by breath, moment by moment as you choose to live truthfully. Because in the end, happiness isn't a destination you reach. It's every step you're taking, right now.